In the previous video, we had said that we would be discussing about the printing press, and here we are. So how do you think the printing press gradually changed the future? Let's look at them then. It evolves into many inventions. First is a woodblock printing, then is a mobile type printing press, then the Gutenberg press, then the Canning steam powered press, then the rotary press, and the digital age and the print on demand. Woodblock printing. This dates back to China's Tang Dynasty, which dates around 618 to 906 AD, which saw the creation of this method for reproducing text and images. The process began with creating an image or design on paper, which was then transferred onto a wooden block. Artisans carved the block, leaving raised areas that would hold ink. After inking, it was pressed onto a surface, such as paper or a cloth, to transfer the design. This technique was initially employed for printing on textiles and later extended to paper. Once carved, a single block could produce numerous impressions. Dating back to 868 AD, the Diamond Sutra is the oldest known printing book. The world's oldest dated printing book is a 16-foot scroll created with a woodblock printing. Found in 1900 amongst the Dunhang manuscripts with a Silk Road cave, it now resides in the British Library. So how was it made? The process involved several meticulous steps. He took a sticky clay and carved characters as thin as the edge of a coin. Each character formed a single type. He then baked these clay types in fire to harden them. He then prepared an iron plate and covered it with a mixture of pine resin, wax, and paper ashes. When he wished to print, he took an iron frame and set it on the iron plate. In this frame, he placed the clay type close together to form the desired text. Once the frame was full, the whole assembly made of one solid block of type. He then placed the block near the fire to warm it. When the paste at the back was slightly melted, he took a smooth board and pressed it over the surface so that the block of type became as even as whetstone. To prepare for repeated characters on a page, multiple character types, 20 or more for common characters, were created. This method enabled the efficient production of multiple text copies, representing a major advancement in printing. Wu Sui, bronze mobile type in 1490, revolutionized printing, enhancing durability, precision, and mass production, popularizing metal mobile type in China. Gutenberg's press, a European revolution. This phase was a significant invention which greatly impacted science, education, and a transition from medieval to early modern times. The printing press, introduced by the Johannes Gutenberg in 1448, democratized knowledge sharing. It enabled universal access to information through mobile type. Gutenberg first tested it in 1450 with a Latin book and a speech making before printing the famous Gutenberg Bibles, of which only 22 original remains. This invention played a vital role in the Protestant Reformation. Gutenberg developed a printing device with movable blocks for text and images, including lead-based type, oil-based ink, and adapted press, enabling quicker and cheaper book printing. He cast 290 metal letters and symbols, creating a special ink and modifying a wine press for efficient printing. Caning's steam-powered press. During the Industrial Revolution, Friedrich Canning, a German inventor, created a steam-powered printing press with Andreas Friedrich Bauer, boosting speed and volume in printing. The press initially used by the Times in London significantly increased printing speed with Caning's invention in 1810. The steam-powered press could print 69,000 sheets per hour on both sides simultaneously. Canning and Bauer, founded by the same name, is still a top printing press manufacturer. Next is rotary presses. This was created by Richard M. Howe, used rotating cylinders to print multiple curved pages simultaneously on different substrates like paper, cardboard, and plastic, handling additional processes like die cutting and embossing. Printing presses that use continuous rolls are often referred to as web presses. Today, there are four main types of rotary presses: letterpress, offset printing, rotograver, flexo, which is also known as flexography. Although all of these types use cylinders to print, they differ in their printing methods and technologies. Let's look at them. One is letterpress. In rotary letterpress printing, type metal plates shaped as cylinder, which is also known as stereotype, as inked and pressed on a paper from a continuous roll, commonly used by major newspapers in the mid-20th century. Letterpress, invented by Johannes Gutenberg in the 15th century, used mobile type to press ink-raised surfaces onto paper for printing. So do you know how it works? Yes, type or plates are arranged by hand or machine. Ink is rolled over the raised surface of the letters or image. Paper is pressed against the surface, transferring the ink. The result is crisp text and sometimes a slight physical impressions on the paper. You can find the modern version of this today. Though largely replaced by offset in digital printing, letterpresses are still used today. in artistic boutique printing for wedding invitation, business cards, and the fine books, valued for its tactical quality, craftsmanship, and vintage style. The offset printing transfers images from plate to paper via rubber blanket, creating a high-quality print ideal for large volumes and various surfaces. It's cost-effective for big runs. It remains a primary professional printing method today. There are two types of offset printing: sheet-fed offset, which uses individual sheets of paper; web offset, which uses continuous rolls, ideal for newspapers and catalogs. Next is a rotograver. Rotograver, often just called graver, is high-speed printing process used for producing long-run, high-quality prints, especially for printing like magazines, packaging, and decorative printing. This is how it works. It uses a cylindrical printing plate, usually made of steel or copper, that has tiny engraved cell. Then ink fills the engraved areas, and the doctor plate scrapes off excess ink from the surface. Later, paper is pressed directly into the cylinder, pulling ink from tiny cells to form the image. Rotograver excels in detailed photos and smooth gradients, enabling fast, high-quality printing suitable for various applications, such as food packaging and magazines. Rotograver is ideal for printing on plastic films, foil, and paper used in flexible packaging. Flexography is a relief printing technique where flexible plates transferred ink into the substrate. Flexography is widely used in packaging, plastic bags, carton corrugated boxes, labels, pressure-sensitive labels, tags, food wrappers, newspapers and wallpapers, Tetra Pak cartons. So how does it work? Flexographic printing process generally involves plate preparation. A flexible plate is made with a desired image, then ink is applied for fast drying. For low drying viscosity, ink is used. Then we do substrate feeding, which means material like paper, plastic foil, or film is fed into the process. Then the printing takes place where ink plate transfers the image onto the substrate. Then the last stage is drying, where ink is rapidly dried using heaters or UV curving units. You can print on plastic foils. It is fast, versatile, cost-effective for large print runs, ideal for the continuous printing. The last and the still running stage is the digital age and the print on demand. The digital age has revolutionized the way we create, share, and consume information. In printing and publishing, digital technology has brought about significant changes, enabling faster, more flexible, and cost-effective solutions. Print on demand is a digital printing process where books, documents, or products are printed only when an order is received, instead of printing large quantities in advance. How does it work? A customer places an order online, the digital file is sent directly to a printer, the item is printed and shipped, one copy at a time or in small batches. Print-on-demand benefits include no need for large inventories, low upfront costs, self-publishing capabilities, waste production, and customization options. The role of the digital age. The digital age supports print-on-demand through e-commerce platforms like Amazon, Etsy, and Shopify, online publishing tools like Kindle Direct Publishing, cloud-based printing and digital file management, high-quality digital printers capable of producing sharp text and images quickly. Print-on-demand enabled creators and businesses to affordably publish personalized items like t-shirts and photo books. So that's today's session, and it's me, Michelle, signing off.